50th anniversary of Title IX is 1 week from today. When I started the Title IX series about a year ago now, the first thing I did was walk into Maggie Mahood's office. She's an account executive at WIBW and has since become a great friend. She's also genuinely the coolest person I know. Maggie is a former Division I college basketball coach who was involved in women's hoops during a critical time in the sport's history. She's this week's and our final 9 of 50 Trailblazer. Basketball took Maggie Mahood from small-town Nebraska to around the world.
I've been to Hawaii because of basketball 3 times. Been to Alaska, been to every state with the exception, I think, of Maine. Been to Puerto Rico. When I was at Nebraska, I took the Big 8 All-Star team to Czechoslovakia 6 months after the fall of the communist regime.
Her secret to success?
Seeking out strong female role models is what helped me along that path.
And she'd become just that. The former Huskers graduate assistant had gotten out of the coaching business when she got a call in 1995. KU head coach Marion Washington needed an assistant, and Maggie was the woman for the job.
An opportunity to work with Coach Washington? Sure. Yeah, any day, any day. That's ironic because I had people tell me I'd work for her for free.
Women's basketball was in the spotlight in the late 90s. The U.S. won a gold medal at the '96 Olympics. The first ever WNBA draft followed the next year. All eyes were on KU.
We were like top 10, top 15 in the country.
One of the top D1 programs in the nation.
There was a tremendous amount of pressure because we had people around us all the time who knew what it was to drive a station wagon to Minnesota to play a game, or hold a bake sale to pay for, gas money to get to that game. So I think we had a great appreciation for what our foremothers had gone through.
The Jayhawks won the last Big 8 championship Maggie's second year and the first Big 12 championship the following. They reached 2 Sweet 16s and 5 NCAA tournaments in her first 5 seasons, but no amount of success leveled the playing field between the way the women's program was treated compared to the men's program.
It was disparities over stuff. Like, we didn't have the same kind of equipment that they had. We flew commercial, traveled in vans as opposed to charter buses. Things that just were convenience issues.
In her final 3 of 13 years with the program, those improvements finally came.
We were on charter flights, we were on charter buses, we had shoe contracts that included the entire athletic department, as opposed to the men having 27 pairs of shoes a year, and we had 2.
Along the way, Maggie says the staff focused on what they did have, the opportunity to impact young women.
I think the most important part is the difference that we help to make in people's lives. Young girls who came to camp who now are CEOs or administrators of some type. I think those are the things that you look back on when you're my age and say, I hope I had a little part of that.
Next week marks 50 years of Title IX, a law that gave women in sports legal backing in their fight for equality. And women like Maggie an opportunity to change lives.
There's still work to be done, but how far we've come is amazing. We cannot forget to keep fighting. We need to make sure that the history stays alive. What people did and sacrificed to get to this point.